And no, we are not putting pajamas on. We are live in prime time, the brightest light, the biggest stage, the only
Otherwise, you're
platform
going to
where
have to
all
get
wrestling
undressed
matters.
again and
We're
stuff.
here for good reasons. We're here live, and I'm going to put actually our general manager, our esteemed general manager, on mute for a second because I have to get through my introduction, and I want to make sure I get a chance to say a few words and honor a company that I think right now, and I watch a lot of wrestling in the backyard, pound for pound, the best company in BYW right now is this little old company from Roseburg, Oregon. They call BTW. And BTW's got a huge show coming up tomorrow on the road to Halloween Day 2. And we're going to talk about some of that. For whatever reason, we have a whole bunch of noise in the back. And I'm going to mute somebody here because after I am trying to get through my intro. So let's see who it is. There we go. Now we fixed the problem. Obviously, we have BCF 3 members really need to fix those noise connections before they come back onto Sportswire because Mikey D and Steven Storm have plenty of noise in the background. But we'll bring them back on. We'll turn their mic off and on, and we'll give them the opportunity to speak in a few minutes. But today is a special day in the backyard wrestling circuit, and a special day for Sportswire Radio. It's so special that RTG is running around. He's dancing, jumping. I don't know what the heck he's doing, but hopefully he'll come back in and he'll tell us why Steven stumped and Mikey D is just hopefully going to have better Wi-Fi connection. And Comatose gives us some lights. I mean, Comatose, are you sure you're not getting ready for Are You Afraid of the Dark or Halloween Day 2 with your version of McCall, Idaho? But boy, this is certainly turning into more of America's Funniest Home Videos rather than Sportswire Radio Live with BTW. But don't worry, we'll get this show on track. But I want to say it for the audience. This company, I couldn't think of a better company to be here tonight with. And after all, I've even got their shirt, and I'm going to be watching them. And I hope you join me 6 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow because we got maybe 2 of the best matches that we're going to see in all of BYW. I'll talk about that. I'll certainly be playing that whole Copper Dragon review of Comatose and RJS. And Comatose thankfully put his lights on because he knows, after all, he's here in prime time, especially after his Instagram Live, which did say we are family. And we may sort of be like family, but hopefully it won't disintegrate into a family feud here tonight because we've got former employees, current employees, one guy who thinks he may work here or don't work here, and well, RJS and RTG, who knows really what happens. But it's a special night. I can see BCF 3 members want to strangle me because I put them on mute. So we'll give them an opportunity to speak in a minute because, after all, nobody wants to continue to hear me. But it is time on this very special day to give our family, our new number one promotion in BYW, our new number ones. After we had one company that, well, let's just say they had some skeletons in the closet. Well, we took the skeletons out, we dusted them all off and put them who knows where, and now we've got the good guys, or the guys that obviously we know are in God's country, wrestling in God's country. We certainly went from one extreme to another, but we're on the right side of history right now on Sportswire Radio, so let's give this wonderful company their moment in the sun, although it's not quite sunny in Roseburg, Oregon at this moment because the sun has set it, but let's give them that introduction that they deserve in prime time, the brightest lights, the biggest stage, Sportswire Radio. So with further ado, here on the Sports Report. Number one, Global Sports Show from the very best of BTW and the very best, some of them in BYW altogether. Starting off, formerly from BTW, but still a part of things in BCF Backyard Wrestling. His name from the BCF 3, Mikey D, and a former two-time BCF Backyard Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, BTW Tag Team Champion alongside Mikey D, and also a former BTW Television Champion. His name is simply put the Hardcore Assassin Steven Storm. And a man that is certainly trying to be the GOAT in BYW history, although RJS has still certainly got something to say about that, that's for sure. But for the time being, ladies and gentlemen, he is the reigning, defending BYW Interpromotional Champion and the BTW TV Champion and a former BTW Continental Champion. And he looks like he's growing his hair back because he's always got a lot to say. His name is simply put, Comatose. And next, a man that has defeated some of the very best in BYW history, such as the likes of the once destructive Jack Delta, now the outsider Jack Delta, Devon McDonald, and a man that has done it all in BTW, trained with the pros, trained by one of the very best of all time, and also a man that you'll simply say is now Mr. 6.3 out of 7. His name is simply put, the Sunsetter RJS. And a man that you might want to say is the architect of one of the most successful companies in BYW history. John Lynch has nothing on him. They're both 49ers, you might want to say. He's the reigning, defending BTW Continental Champion. He's also a member of the Tag Team Champions. He's not once, not twice, but typically a 3-time Hall of Famer, 2 times a Sportzwire Radio Hall of Famer, maybe the greatest general manager in BYW history. His name is simply put from the leader of the Northwest Society,
Simply the best.
How are we going?
We're all good.
You're doing wonderful.
Does anybody want to talk? You always talk, Steven Storm.
The stumped one wants to spout off first. But you take your seat, son. Let Dad here talk, okay? So, I'm going to go a little off kayfabe here, and I'm just going to say, Comatose, thank you for all the stuff you do for BTW, putting the shows out there and everything.
Yep.
I want to say to Jacob Frost, who's not in here yet, or I thought he was going to be here, but maybe he's having those technical difficulties Comatose had when he was supposed to come on when I was on last time.
I'm so sorry.
That's a good point. Touché.
But I just want to say thank you to Jacob Frost for putting out the, the new merch, the stuff for the new merch and stuff. Now, I also, out of kayfabe, just want to say, if anybody out there that's a part of BTW and stuff, you're family now. So if you need anything and I can give it to you, feel free to ask me. Now back in the kayfabe, I wish you all would just quit freaking whining all the time. It's getting on my giving me a headache.
Yesterday.
Steven, you look stumped. I can tell it. It's okay. Mickey D, I want a Big Mac. Comatose, what do you want? Just tell him. RJS, what do you want? Make it a Big Mac meal. I need some nourishment in there.
I want that Tyson Nat chicken Big Mac.
Yeah, that new one, huh? Yeah. How is that, by the way, Mickey D?
No comment. No comment.
Oh my goodness, we're talking about Big Macs, and this is what you get on a Monday night, boy. It's definitely BTW day, that's for sure. Boy,
And
Yes.
I just want to say something else. I don't appreciate Domatos and Frosty trying to book matches over my head. And so they think they're getting their match at the go home show. It ain't happening.
Are you sure?
It's
not
funny you
happening?
said that because I said that you didn't sign off on it. How can you make a match that hasn't been signed off on?
Now, let me ask you a question, RTG.
Yeah.
You, of course, Mr. General Manager, knowing how much of a money match that's going to be, we're both top tier outsiders. Why wouldn't you?
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, Frost hasn't done much since he's been here.
At the same time, I'm still the BYW Interpromotional Champion. I just beat your most talented son in probably everybody else's eyes.
I don't know about that. BES, I think, is the more talented.
That BES spot, I'm still talking about that BES spot last week, to be fair.
But I don't know, man. Why wouldn't you want to book something like that? Why wouldn't you want to book Jacob Frost versus Comatose? Why wouldn't you?
Because, I'm not in it. I'm the money maker here. Everybody wants to see the G, baby. Everybody.
Okay, let me give you an alternate reason. Maybe what? Maybe because it's Frost and Blackout coming up, and maybe what's the point of Comatose, you and Jacob Frost going about it when maybe RTG wants to protect that match and get the most out of it?
You bring up a good point too there, Tom, because what if Frost gets hurt or Comatose, they get hurt, and then Blackout, they're going to whine, Blackout didn't defend his title again because they're hurt. How can he defend his title against somebody that's hurt?
It was a big
because he's actually defending his title?
Injury.
Is it because he's actually defending his title? He's actually finally defending it on a show that you're saying that?
Yeah, he's going to be defending his title at Halloween Day too.
Champion's defending his title. Round of fucking applause.
Hey, he went through stuff that you haven't gone through. He had to beat two of the best in BTW to win that title. He deserves a vacation.
Well, how much of the best have I been through?
By the way,
and nobody further down the, deserved a title shot, to tell you the truth, other than me, and I'm not going to take on my Munster. Why would I do that?
That wouldn't make much sense, Mr. RTG.
No, I mean, really, right now, nobody on this roster deserves a shot at him. They're all losers. Maybe Beast, because he pulled through and got rid of the BCF 3 and saved my company. But obviously not BES or RJS. They almost lost it for me.
Well, I want to ask you something actually on RJS and Comatose. I actually want to play this on the screen in a minute. I actually want to get people's reactions. RTG, what did you think, though, actually, of RJS and Comatose being rated by the one and only Copper Dragon? 6.3 out of 7. I know RJS said it wasn't his best, but there's a lot of big names that come onto Sportswire. They never got a 6.3 right off the bat. The first match he reviews for BTW, I think it was pretty impressive. What was your thoughts? I'm going to put it up on the screen here in a minute, and maybe we'll watch it and give everybody a chance to talk about it.
Well, I watched it last night. RJS put it up in our chat, and I watched it, or on his story, and I watched it. And
thank you, by the way, actually, for that one, by the way.
And it was pretty impressive. I liked it. It's getting our guys out there. I will give it to them. They did. But I will also agree with him. There's some things that could have been done differently, and next time maybe they are. And we get a 7 out of a 7.
Put it up on the screen. I'm going to put
maybe if it was my triple threat match that he reviewed, it would have been a 7 out of 7.
Well, all right. Before I do anything, are you saying that you would have got 7 out of 7 from Copper Dragon?
You never know. I beat the self-professed GOAT in here, so I guess that makes me the GOAT.
But you know what? All right, touche. I'll give you that much. But I tell you what, let's give everybody a chance. I want to give Comatose and RJS a chance to react to it live. I know that RJS and Comatose shared it on Instagram. I know RJ has commented, but I want to put it up on the screen. So I'm actually going to go to. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Let's put it up on the screen. Let me go right here. Let me go like this. Let's give everybody a chance to watch. I see some people here in the chat, so let's go like this.
War 2 featuring a main event and of the 7-star superstar himself, CJ Black. This match featured none other than RJS, a competitor who is no stranger to historic matches, and he's had an incredible run over the past 9 years as he gets ready to face off against Comatose, the current double champion with the TV championship, which he'll be defending in this match. A man with an ambition to be the greatest, the best of the best. Overall presentation and pageantry is excellent, and I'm okay with the opaque lower third logo graphic as we go to tie-up. I like the aggressiveness of the tie-up. It didn't need to be perfect, and that was good. I like the aggressiveness going in that side headlock takeover. This is also a good choice. However, on the second pin reversal here, I would have it over back in the position and doing the same thing over again, but it still looked good and the fight was there, so it did get over as far as I'm concerned. Again, not the perfect elbow collar tie-ups, and I call them more like aggressive clinches, but they are completely appropriate for the intensity of the situation. I find them okay. Going into a bulldog off of that was an interesting choice as well. I found that to be a little bit jarring, but nothing that would cause me to deduct. This was where I had to deduction because it should be Comatose kind of working his way up to a vertical base. It didn't too much appear that way, but I do like the force into the railing there, and that drop kick follow-up was fantastic. That looked great. And then we get the DDT, a very overused technique in backyard wrestling, and oftentimes I discourage people from using it unless they're going to work a story involving the leg. But do you see these backhands? I mean, these are excellent. Although I wish the protection wasn't as visible in these particular working strikes here, they still look pretty good as he works him back to a vertical base for the Three Amigos spot here that I just think is overused in all of wrestling. Doesn't matter if it's pro, indie, backyard. I think we need to all need to retire this off our menu, but it's done well. So, kudos for that. It's executed well. Selling's fine. This was excellent. Great transition in this beautiful German suplex release. Fantastic. Look at this. Love the head control here as he sends him to the outside. Really well done by RJS here as he comes springing out. Here we were a little off time. I would have liked to see more solid contact there, but it was effective, and it did look like he caught some of the knee on that, and I like the follow-up. Chair shots were fine for what they were working with. The sound off was good on here. I thought it was fine. The padded chair, like the commentary made a comment of it, that was excellent. I wish we could have got a little bit more sound off on it, but this I would say needed a little bit more incapacitation before going for this. I think the fatigue was sold well. I think it was executed well. I just think you need more than a roundhouse to the midsection to justify being able to execute all of this. However, the follow-up was okay. I'm glad that he went for a second DDT here, which just kind of triples the damage, and kind of justifies what's going to come later. And I think they did do a pretty good job of gauging how much damage was being done so they could justify maneuvers like this. I wish he could have jumped up and gotten that one spring off. That would have been fantastic, but it was still executed pretty well for the most part. We had good contact here, good trust. I love the head control. That just shows the experience RJS has, because most people are just grab like an arm or a hand, and I hate to see that. But this is fantastic. This is just really, really good, consistent aggression. The setup here for this particular spot took a lot of time, but it's absolutely forgivable for the wonderfully hilarious official Jim Bob's participation in this particular match. These follow-up chops were excellent, and the spot itself was well executed. Very nicely done. We go for the cover here, 1, 2, and good 2.9 there. I was happy to see that. And the frustration sell by RJS was especially excellent. And here I consider this a narrative era. I would have had him duck the chair and then retaliate with a drop kick while being half out of it to buy time. I don't think we need to go to this cover and then wait for this taunt turnover, to where he drop kicks him in the chair. I think this could have come later. And then also this particular spot was also a deduction for me. I think he could have wedged it up a little bit better instead of it being just a running stomp to his thighs. It just didn't look as effective as it could have looked, but I can chalk some of that to fatigue, but only so much. However, this is all made up for because of this wonderful finish we're going to come to. Beautiful contact on that stomp, almost like a stomp drop kick. It was just fantastic. It looked really good. Very unorthodox techniques used in this match, I will say, for the most part. But man, they knew how to close this thing out, because I love this finish. I think he could have gotten there just slightly faster, but look at this. Fantastic. Excellent landing. Well done there. And I like the selling. I like that he took time to sell it 1, 2, and 3 right there for the finish, as Comatose retains in this particular contest. And look, he's taking the time to sell the damage and fatigue. Look, doesn't get back to his feet immediately. I tell people all the time, don't rush, just sell it. But overall, this match had a few narrative issues, and I think they were battling the sun a bit, as they were often backlit. But I applaud the videographer for noticing it and then making the proper adjustments to make sure he got a clear image. I mean, that was just really good. Still, I highly recommend they get a hard cam on a tripod for some of the shots, and then they can keep the mobile cam. It's really good. Overall, not bad, guys. And if you want to keep up with the
Take this off
aftermath,
the screen. There we go. Take that off. There we go. All right, so reactions. Let me give some guys before I get to Comatose. I want to get Steven Storm. I'm going to take you off mute, Steven Storm. So watching that, what did you think? Did you like the 6.3? What was your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, I don't. 6.3, I would put it a little higher because the story behind everything, heading into the match as well. That also plays a factor into them basically beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. That's definitely a good point. And I want to say hello to a special someone out there that's watching me, a special young lady that I hope she has a wonderful night. She's about to go to bed, so I want to let her sleep now. She can see me on the screen, but that's okay. I hope she has we have a special lady friend that's obviously watching. So I want to make sure she has sweet dreams, because I'll be dreaming of her off the air. But okay, thank you, Steven Storm, for that. Mikey D, so good to see you, my friend. Watching that, the one and only Copper Dragon rates that match. You were there. What did you think about the match and the rating?
I actually liked it. I enjoyed it, honestly. I thought it was pretty entertaining to me.
Me too. I did. Thank you. We'll come back to you in a few minutes. Now I want to get to the two men that were there, that wrestled it. They had the honor to have the first match ever rated from BTW by the one and only Copper Dragon. And gentlemen, you can flip a coin. Who wants to start? What were you guys' reactions into what Mr. Dragon had to say about some of the things and his overall score? Go ahead.
So here's the thing. Me and Comatose can both agree on everything he said. We can use in make our next match better whenever that is. So that's what I'm saying. And I think I agree with the rating, honestly. We deserve it.
Well, Comatose, I know you always have something to say, so I'm not even going to say anything. You can interview yourself at this point.
Oh, I love you, Tom.
And shout out to Mama Comatose. I see Mama Comatose is here. Hello, Comatose.
So, to begin with, I agree with very, very rarely. I do agree with RJS. I think our rating is very, very fair. I do think there are some things that I could have done differently within that match. I do think there are some things that RJS could have done differently within that match. But, however, I will say this. For my first ever rating, period, and for BTW's first ever rating by Copper Dragon, a 6.3, that's pretty damn good.
Listen, Justin Parsley's in here, and I know one of his most recent matches, Copper Dragon rated. He wasn't anywhere near close to 6.3. He was what was it, Justin? 5.4, I think it was, or something like that. 5.5. You guys got 6.3. I mean, that's pretty damn good.
I would say so. And with that being said, now I can finally say that I have made CJ Black proud. I can finally say that the 7-star superstar himself, we've got a 6.3. And I'm going to say this directly to RJS for the first time in history. You're going to see me give a full amount of respect. RJS, me and you, I don't know how many matches can compete with that one, brother.
Yep, I agree with that. Just know I'll be back for you.
I was going to ask you both that question. As I see, RTG is obviously wanting his own match to be rated next. But when you watch the way Mr. Dragon reviews that match, is it different from when you guys watch the match on your own as competitors? I'm curious on that in a sense. When he rates a match and he says these certain types of things that, maybe myself, I don't quite get, maybe other people who watch his reviews, but you guys in the moment, you guys as wrestlers, do you watch these matches the same way as him, or is there a different way to help you in terms of going to the next match, whenever that might be with you two?
Well, as I was watching that, I remember talking about the match afterwards and talking about a few things a few mishaps that happened in that. And Comatose, if he remembers, can attest to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, don't tell us those mishaps on the air, because then obviously we don't want people to know where they were.
Yeah.
Pretty much it was the whole match.
That's not. Listen, I'm a big fan of yours, RTG, but 6.3 was pretty good. And the finish, I do agree with Mr. Dragon. That was a hell of a finish, by the way. I mean, that finish. I mean, that was one of the best finishes. And I think, and by the way, I think somebody brought this up. I don't know if it was Stephen Storm. Maybe Stephen Storm did, actually. That you guys had maybe the best video kind of package hyping that match.
Yep.
I know he doesn't rate it based on it, but what you guys did with each other was really clever with the Instagram stories, the different wrestlers chiming in on who would win. It almost felt like it was a heavyweight boxing match. We don't see that a lot in BYW, really. I thought that really should be also in a, maybe Stephen Storm is right. Maybe Mr. Dragon should have rated that, because I think that would have maybe went up a couple of points to score.
Well, I don't know how long you've been watching us, Tom. Maybe this is your first season watching us, but I mean, we've had stuff in the past that, I will say this season, to the matches, the finishes to the matches are probably some of the best we've ever done. But we've had other seasons where we've had, some crazy finishes to some matches.
Oh, I mean, we spoke about some of the Derek the Destroyer has been mentioned here, and Frost has mentioned some of that. So I've gone back and watched some of the stuff the past 4 or 5 months, getting a chance to know you guys. But before I do anything else, I want to make sure people actually watch tomorrow's show, because I wouldn't be doing my job, right? It's BTW Day. But this is the link here. I want you to go up and watch it. So, by the way, we got 2 bangers coming up here. I mean, maybe that's why Jacob Frost isn't here, because he's got a match with BES. Maybe he's got to prepare for that. Who knows? But we've got some really, really good matches. And how about this main event? RJS and Swift. They were tag team partners last week against Steven Storm and Mikey D, which is why they're no longer a part of BTW. But now they're squaring off against each other. I mean, the story almost writes itself. I mean, RJS, what can we expect tomorrow?
First of all, if I have my way, I want to be my tag team partner. So I blame RTG on that one. Second of all, I am facing my tag team partner, Swift. So it's bound to be a great match. Everyone in the universe, the fans, everyone, they know it. So tomorrow, I'm going to show it.
Oh, I can't wait. And I'm going to be there, because I've been in the chat the last 3 or 4 weeks, and I'm really excited. I'm going to be there once again. I think we're joined by somebody else here once again. Speaking of people that want to say something about their matchup.
Frosty decided to get up and get in here.
What the
Back, the man himself, the Whiskey Lariat, the one and only Whiskey Star, Mr. Jacob Frost. Mr. Frost, how are we doing?
First of all, RTG, it's past your bedtime, but
Wait a
I'm
minute.
very
It's
excited to
3:56
face
p.m. I don't think
BES. I'm very excited to face BES. I'm very excited to see how we close out the season. I'm fucking hyped for it.
Oh, he's hyped.
He's hyped for another loss. That's what he's hyped for.
RTG did say there was going to be some whining on tonight's show. There was going to be some whining. Not whining and dining, though. Not quite whining and dining. But, Mr. Frost, I mean, I was wondering real quick, we just played it before you went on the air. We had Copper Dragon, Rape, Comatose, and RJS. And what was your impressions of that? Oh, 2000. Okay, thank you, Jacob. Well, I didn't know, Jacob Frost, you were in the business of stand-up comedy, but I'll take it. I'll take it. But
Thank you.
I think it's a good time to present the certificate because I do want to present it. If I don't present it, yeah, I've done that plenty of times on Sportswire. I know my lady friend who's actually about to go to bed now is definitely going to bed. So have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. But let's put this up on the screen because after all, enough about me. On this date, October 14, 2024, it is especially here on this platform, BTW Day. So that includes YouTube, Twitch, LinkedIn, X, Facebook, you name a platform. We're on TikTok. It is BTW Day. I'll make sure that you guys get that when we're off the air. And congratulations. Thank you guys for being one of the premier companies in BYW. Thank you for all you guys do for us in the community. Thank you for all you guys do. Put your blood, sweat, and tears out there. And we love everything that you bring to us. We love just having you guys on Sportswire Radio. And I've said it now the last week or so. You guys are now our go-to BYW company right now. So you guys, I'm riding the hot hand. You know, I wish the Jets would have a hot hand with a quarterback, but that's never going to happen. But we've got the hot quarterback right now. And all you guys in BTW. So, well, except for you, Steven Stone and Mikey D, because you're no longer in the company. You can certainly at least tag on to it, or maybe you'll come back next season. But congratulations, gentlemen, and I wanted you guys to have something special. And I got a couple of other announcements I actually want to do. It's a good time now. So I want to make two announcements. I want to make two BTW related announcements. My first announcement is that after the season next month, we're going to add another person into the Hall of Fame from BTW. And I'm going to take this off the screen because I want to directly say it to him because I have to move it here off the screen. So I want to make sure that we can do that right now. So my next Hall of Famer from BTW is going to be the one and only Sunsetter himself, RJS.
That fucking loser.
After Halloween Day, too, because if Joe Comatose is in the Hall of Fame, you got to go in the Hall of Fame. And then also, I want to make sure that we put Steven Storm in the Hall of Fame, even though he's no longer a BTW roster member. We're going to definitely put him in the Hall of Fame sometime as well in the month of November. And Jacob Frost, maybe if you're not doing anything also in the month of November, we could throw you in the Hall of Fame, make it 3.
Yeah, the only good add-on so far.
I could put RTG in the Hall of Fame like 14 more times, and maybe that'll give competition to Justin Parsley. Would you like me to do that?
RJS should get in. He is from the loins of a 3-time Hall of Famer.
And he just got a 6.3, and he's defeated Navon McDonald and Jack Delta and other people. The
only one I really got to disagree with is Frosty, because what has he done? He's lost. Swift lost. Swift lost. Swift lost.
Anybody?
I do have a fucking loser too. In there that I've been reminded that they're basically like mulligans, for the golf term. So I think Jacob Frost is pretty worthy to be in the Hall of Fame, if you ask me. But that'll all be next month.
Frosty, since you weren't here earlier to hear this at the beginning, you were having your technical difficulties or whatever. Since you and Dumatos tried to go over me and set up a match, that ain't happening. So forget about it.
Because you're scared? Because you're a pussy?
No, because
I swear.
You wanted my Munster blackout. He accepted, and I don't need you getting hurt before that and crying about it.
Because you give a fuck.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, I do. I'm looking out for the two of you.
You gave so much of a care that you had to get your little Gabe to come in my match. You gave so much of a care that you had to have Mad Jack try to take me out before our match. You gave so much of a care. Now that it isn't you in the spotlight, now that it's me and Jacob Frost in the goddamn spotlight, it's a problem.
Exactly. I am the spotlight. First of all, I am the spotlight. Second of all, I told Gabriel James to stay out of that match. Third of all,
did you really?
Because you both pinned me down. Shut your hole, boy. I'm talking now. Hey, Daddy's talking now. Be quiet, okay? Third of all, at the pay-per-view All Out War, I took on all 3 BCF members. You only took on 1. I took on 2 people in a championship match. You only took on 1. I took out BES and I took out Swift. and I took out the
Congratulations, I took out
BCF3.
Swift in all 3 of them.
And
All
you're
3 of
still
them.
whining.
Mikey D, I'm looking
Zilla,
at you.
what did I
I'm
tell
making
you?
my
Zilla,
goddamn
what did I
Big
tell
Mac,
you in the
Mikey D.
chat
I'm
on
looking at you,
Tuesday?
Steven Storm.
Time out.
Fucking
It's going to be nothing but whining tonight.
Well,
And,
I knew it happened, but let's go.
And I got something else. I got something else for you. Frosty came on last Tuesday and was piping off about his contract, saying that, RTG didn't even read it. There's all fine print and stuff. Well, look what I went through the contract and look what I found. You probably can't read that.
That's
So I'm going to read it
I
to
don't
you.
think that's mine, idiot.
It says section 14A. If I whine too much like a little bitch, then RTG can fire me.
Oh my
I don't think
goodness!
that's in my contract. You might want to.
So Frosty, I would shut the hell up right now before you end up out of here like the BCF3.
I had Mr. Tom Price look my contract over, and that is not in there.
That's in there.
Bullshit.
Let me tell you what.
Goodness.
If you fire that man, you're gonna regret it. You're gonna regret it. I want a match with Frost. I've already beaten the best in the Lloyd.
What do you want to
I
add?
was trying to say, if you're, in my opinion, you kind of need Jacob Frost a little bit. If you're, oh my gosh, my goddamn.
You know what, Steven? Now I'm stumped, okay? Call me RTG stumped right now, all right, buddy? Why don't you get that issue fixed, then come back in here?
Steven Storm.
I'm saying I do have some respect for you. If he fires you, the ratings are going to go down right there.
Thank you, Steven Storm. We really appreciate it.
As long as I'm in the main events of these things, ratings are through the roof, baby.
But isn't there a point to be made, though, at least for Jacob Frost and Comatose, that in a way maybe RTG doesn't want you guys to have that match, that go-home match, because of the fact, Jacob Frost, you do have a title match with Blackout. And maybe from a business side of it, if you get hurt, something happens to you. There was another promotion. Listen, Jack Delta was in a match with Soldier GP, and he gets hurt. He's out of action for Lord knows how long. A high-profile match, you and Comatose, something happens, and you're on the shelf. That's a big loss for this company. Don't you think?
I just don't think he wants an outsider on top of his company because he's scared. He's scared that, with all due respect, Ryan, that we are going to show them up.
Ryan? Who's Ryan?
Frosty. Did you not? You were here last season, weren't you? You were here last season. Who was the world heavyweight champion for most of the season? Derek Destroyer.
Not you.
Derek the Destroyer. You were even Continental champion. So why would I be worried about having an outsider as my champion?
2 championships during the season. Comatose had, multiple championships, and
yet he still talks shit about it. And yet he still talks shit about it and acts like it didn't fucking matter just because he's beat me with outside help. He acts like that matters. Let me ask you a question, RTG.
Still, I told you there'd be a lot of whining.
Me for the interpromotional title. Do you have the balls?
If you want to lose that title, bring it on.
Without any actual help.
Without actual help, but remember, this will be your second. This could be your second chance to retire me too, Mr. Goat. Remember, you lost that.
I don't need your title, bro.
If RTG loses one more match, his in-ring career is over. It's over. But so far, RTG's been clutch. He has been Mr. Clutch so far.
You gotta earn your shot at me, Comatose. All right, you gotta earn it.
Your son wasn't enough. Beating your son wasn't enough. Putting him to sleep wasn't enough.
Comatose.
That wasn't enough.
Comatose. BCF3 beat my son. So it's not enough.
Entire BCF3.
They beat him. It doesn't matter.
They've never beaten me.
They're a joke. They lost.
Guess what? I'm gonna be I'm gonna be somewhat respectful, but I'm sorry to say, Steven Storm, you've never beaten me. Mickey D, you've never beaten me. Jack, you've never.
Let's give the BCF3 a chance to respond. Mikey D, do you want to add anything to this? You're being disrespected here a little bit. Anything you want to say?
I don't have nothing really much to say, but Comatose, if you want the rematch, we got it. If you want it, I'm down for it.
You know it.
You want to run
one small problem.
Where?
One small problem with that. Mikey D is no longer here.
I was going to say, where could that take place?
Hey, here's the thing.
I mean, but if you guys want to go, like you want to, transfer over to BCF and take him on down there, feel free to. I'll sign the waiver and let you go down there.
What waiver? You don't own me.
Well,
You're in my company. I
Oh,
own
I'm
you.
in your company. Oh, boo boo.
Steven Storm, but you finally want to say something.
I'm trying to say is that you want to run the ones with me again. I'm open for it. But
2-0.
not limited to being at BTW. Okay, I said it again. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The doors to BTW are always open.
Well,
I'm sorry there, Steven. You were going out. What did you say before? And what did you say?
BCF are always open.
Oh.
That's what it said. The doors. Hopefully, the internet is a little bit better in BCF.
Hold on, because
I'm gonna put you on mute. Let's get to the chat. A lot of people want to talk to you guys. It's BTW Day. There's a lot of comments, and I gotta get to them. Otherwise, we'll never get to them. So let's talk to the chat. The chat is happy. Zilla, who I know is going to be there tomorrow or today, 6:00 New York time, and wants to say hello to everybody in BTW. Happy BTW Day. A man that was actually asking me, I think, last week about you guys when we had a conversation, Mr. D'Angelo the Flame. He says, hello. He was just in Buffalo, New York. So who knows? Maybe one day he'll travel to Roseburg, Oregon. Why not go to Roseburg? He was just in Buffalo, New York. Roseburg's probably a lot more nicer than Buffalo right now. But let's move on. We love Buffalo, actually. But yes, hello there to the real Roar and D'Angelo the Flame. Sean Jovi checking in from Wisconsin. Appleton would like to say ahoy to everybody. And he will also, I know, tune in because Mr. Sick Rick from the GBYW and BYW Link show will be here tomorrow. Also, same time. Yes, hello there. By the way, it's my favorite dudes, the Rev A Comatose. Hello there. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, my man. Good to see you.
Did you all hear that? Did every one of y'all hear that?
Nice to finally have him on the stream. Nice to finally have him here finally. Speaking of people who'll be here Wednesday night to talk about his own review from Copper Dragon, James Taylor would like to give a friendly nod. The ROEW owner is sending his regards. We love our friends in ROEW, but they consider themselves underground now. So you guys have all the throne of BYW to yourselves. So it's always good to know that. Thank you to everybody from BTW for making me love backyard wrestling. Couldn't agree more with that. Thank you, Zilla. That's why we love BYW. It's because of BTW. BTW is one of those companies why we do love backyard wrestling. Amen to that. Yes, hello there to James Taylor. Mama Comatose. Yes, thank you, Mama Comatose, for wishing me well. And by the way, Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, my 1,000 subscriber special. RTGs can fire me on Sportswire. Then maybe RTG, you should take over Sportswire from me. Now it's time, for me to move on to the sunset. We have a lot of subscribers now. Maybe it's time for you to take over and be the great architect that you are. You've run BTW successfully, and maybe you should just come over to Sportswire and take this over. And you could have all these guys here every day. Just could you imagine that?
Why not? Sounds like a plan to me.
Why not? You're the first one. I was trying to convince Steven Storm to take over. He was like, I don't know about it. I don't know. But, don't get Comatose ideas. Comatose like, wow, Sportswire, I could take over Sportswire. That'd be a good idea for me. No more Instagram lives. But let's get to the chat here. A lot of people want to say hello. If I want to become a trampoline wrestler, the first person I would have a match with is RJS because I want to face the best in BTW.
Spoiler. We will be a trampoline wrestling promotion.
As of today, we're trampoline wrestling. Let's just leave it at that. We'll talk about that one day down the road. I want to go to one of my buddies who is from XCW and also from some other places, Mr. Michael Christensen. Michael is Mr. Michael Blackheart. His ex-father-in-law was Festus Davis, their senior referee. He would like to say that he promises to be a better fan. Wow. How you can be a great fan. You're a great fan, Michael. Here you go. Saying he'll be a better fan. Boy, wow. You're a great fan. We love you, and anything I can do to help you, you message me on Facebook, and we can always chat, so don't worry about it. Yes, hello to Mama Comatose. I hope you're well. Let's get to some other comments. RT, this is for you, RTG. So why won't you book this match, though, against Comatose and Jacob Frost? And reiterate why you won't still book this match.
Okay, Zilla, I'm not booking the match for now 2 reasons, okay? First reason, they tried to book it without coming to me and having me book it. The second is they're a couple whiny bitches.
Oh boy, Jacob Frost and Comatose.
Dude,
These
Pot
guys are
calling the
getting mad.
kettle black. Crazy, man. What
That's
the
insane.
Wow,
All right,
Frost
well,
called you that. Wow, okay.
I
Oh, if
got
you
a
guys
lot of
don't
comments.
win this match, you're fired.
Let me get to some comments. I got a lot of people that want to talk to you guys.
And
I
every
do
match,
agree
I'm
with-
fired if I don't win.
And I'll tell you
Thank
what,
God.
I'm with Ziller on this. If it was now again, I don't do ratings, but I would have gave it 10 out of 10. And I said to both of you guys, this match I was really excited to see. And I said that both to you guys privately. I was really excited for this match, and it did deliver. So I'm with Ziller on that for sure. Speaking of people, Jacob Frost, you ever heard of this guy, Justin Parsley? He says BTW's favorite wrestlers in the house. Is he talking about you then, right? Nothing? Move
I would
on.
hope so.
Zilla calls him the fearless leaders of the sinners and my BBFL. Okay. Okay. Thank you for that. Yes. And the God is Zilla. Yes. Thank you for catching it in. I'm glad to see you. And good to see you as well. Want to say hello to my friends in WCE, of course, Liz, the owner there. And definitely thank you so much for your friendship over the years and that you'll be here Sunday night for me. And yes, the BTW guys definitely rock. It is BTW Day, which I want to put that up here for the audience. And let's get to some more comments. The video package was great, good, awesome, amazing, and cool. There you go. Zilla covered all of the tracks right there. It was great, good, awesome, amazing, and cool. Anything else you want to add toward it, Zilla? Let's move on to some more comments. Yes, a little WC management. Yes. Okay, let's go else. Yes, we're going to do a nice little ceremony for your RJS. I'm going to go back in the archives. I'm going to bring up some matches. I'm going to give you a long speech. We'll do that next month. You
Can
definitely
you only
deserve it.
bring up the matches that he loses to me? Thank you.
I don't think I'm going to do that, but I can certainly remember the matches that he has won, like Jack Delta. Those matches that we'll bring up, though. Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, what's wrong with that? People are kind of waiting. I want to say hello to my buddy who's here 2 weeks from today now, Mr. Silas Walker, who's the DBW Global Champion. And he's a man that I'm sure some of you guys know very well. And he had, again, a rather interesting match with Big Tex and DBW. Company kind of similar to you guys in some ways. And he says hello. And Silas, I'm happy to see him. And I'll see him 2 weeks from now. Yes, hello to him. And RJS with that grinding motion, all well to known. There you go. Comatose thought it was funny. And yes, hello there, Mikey D. Yes, anything you want to say to Lou there, Mikey D? Speak up, Mikey D, first.
Obviously, that's my brother. So what's up, Lou?
How you doing, Lou? Lou, anything you want to say to us, Lou? Anything you want to say about Mikey? Mikey, I wish you were in BTW still. I'm just, sorry you guys lost last week. It was all Steven Storm's fault.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, but me and Steven Storm got history. So
I know that actually. I was watching some of your.
So yeah, it's definitely his fault.
And definitely, Mad Jack is still. He's not here because
you're the first one who got eliminated on the team.
Well, look, Mikey. Do you think that you can get Steven Storm some better internet or Wi-Fi connection at least for his next appearance? Or you think you could try that?
I don't know. I mean, Sacramento. He's in Sacramento. I'm in LA. So.
Oh. So basically, what you're basically telling us is that when the Oakland A's move to Sacramento, that nobody's going to watch the games because everybody's got bad Wi-Fi, like Steven Storm.
Pretty much, and nobody cares about the A's anyway. So.
That's also true too. So definitely, that's.
I will say this about Steven Stumped. Mikey D did lose the BCF Tag Team Championships. He got pinned. And he was the first eliminated in the match that got them kicked out of BTW.
But I could say, Mikey D, in your defense, you were distracted by Steven Storm and his antics in BCF Backyard Wrestling, correct?
Pretty much.
All right, so 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Let's get to some more comments here. We have a few more. Zilla wants to say this rather, I don't know why. Zilla has her own mind, I guess. If you try to fire Jacob Frost, views are going to go downhill, and I will unsubscribe and block BTW. RTG!
Ooh.
Fuck you, RTG.
This is almost offensive. RTG, I mean, this is serious.
Well, I can see my 2 out-of-state sons there giving me the bird, but my little Cornhusker boy over there on the left and the hippie on the right there.
Oh, the hippie.
But,
Oh, so creative.
Okay, the wannabe hippie. But Zilla, don't come at me like that. You might get what you ask for, or not ask for.
RTG, I gotta be honest. I gotta defend you a little bit. I mean, I don't think that Zilla should block BTW. I mean, you have your reasons, but I don't think you should have the company blocked.
I mean, maybe don't watch my matches. I mean, you'll miss the best thing on the card, but you can still watch, RJS and BES and, the other guys.
But but the good news, Zilla, tomorrow, Jacob Frost is on at 139, episode 139 against BES. So the good news is Jacob Frost is on tomorrow, and I'm going to be in the chat, Bill, and I'm going to be watching, and I hope that you'll be watching as well. I guess I'll wait for Zilla to respond, but there you go. And she says hello to the BCF3.
Hey, Zilla.
Now Zilla's really upset tonight. Comatose is not going to sign to BTW, so RTG, we don't own Comatose. Wait a minute, wow. RTG, did you say something to Zilla? Did you say anything?
Zilla, were you in the negotiations to bring him here?
No, but
was there something I didn't know about prior to this? I mean,
I was.
Because I got, a piece of paper signed with his name.
Oh, do you? Is it the same piece of paper that you bulleted freaking Jake Frost's contract on? Is it the same written piece of paper?
Hey, that was his contract. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was it his contract or was it your handwriting?
No, that was his.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Section 14A. Yeah.
Section 14A.
I don't think that was my handwriting, but
yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe you drank too much and can't remember back that far.
My handwriting's really shitty, RTG, so you might want to fact check that.
Wait, all right, time out. I still want to know. Zilla, RTG, are you sure you didn't say anything at all to Zilla to upset her on previous shows or in the chat last week at BTW? Because, I mean, you don't own Comatose. You're going to be unsubscribed and blocked if you fire Jacob Frost. This is rather like, I almost have to get to the bottom of it. I about what happened almost 2 weeks ago on Sportswire.
Can I say something? Yeah. Why is your face turning so red?
Who, mine?
Who's mine?
Yeah,
it's the lighting in the living room.
Oh, is it the lighting? I don't know. Your face is changing colors.
See?
I don't know.
Changed again because my wife turned off the grow lights.
The grow lights. Your face is still pretty red.
So why do you think that his face is red, Mr. Comatose?
Because he's under
turning whiter.
Scrutiny because he knows how much of a money match me and Jacob Frost is gonna be. He knows, but he has too much of a pride and too much of an ego to make it a match because it's not him. Boo boo.
I will.
It's too much of a whiny match. I mean, you take the two biggest whiners in BTW and put them in a match. Who wants to watch that?
I might be the biggest whiner, but I'm also the biggest winner. There's a common letter in those words. It's a W. I'm the common W in your company, buddy.
How are you the biggest winner? You lost to me, you lost to BES, and
who else? Who else?
Oh, BES.
Oh, okay.
He put you through a table.
Okay. Okay. Just how many? 2 people?
Doesn't matter. 2 best.
2 doesn't matter.
Well, actually, that makes me the best because I just beat BES. So
you've also lost this season,
but you haven't lost since the announcement of that your career's on the line.
Exactly.
So technically,
including against you.
Oh, congratulations! Because the retirement home was knocking on your head, you decided to get a win with outside force. Congratulations!
There we go. There's the whining. There's the whining.
You were in the same room.
There's the whining.
Like, I don't know, Morgan Freeman. Oh, I don't
There's
know.
The whining.
People like
I knew it. I knew the
dead.
whining was going to come.
Yeah,
oh my
you
god! I'm surprised that the other one's not piping in with his whining by now.
I'll give him a shot.
To get in.
Jacob, take the floor, brother.
RTG, I've done a lot of reminiscing. You brought up me and Derek last season. There's been a lot of reminiscing, and I decided to go back and look at the old videos, and it seems your champions were on every single week. And you like making money, don't you? You like making money? and you
Who
haven't had
doesn't?
Blackout on in how many weeks? It's been a minute. And so it seems that your money makers have been me, Comatose, RJS, Swift, and BES, which, Comatose was the Continental Champion there for a while, but now he's just a TV champion. But the other four were not champions of anything. But you had your champions on every single week last season, and then what happened? Your monster, your little monster won the World Heavyweight Championship, and what happened? You changed. So why don't you just give me the match against Comatose? Because let's be honest, you don't care about us. You would gladly see me injured before the title match, because that'll make it easier on your monster. So why don't you just give us the match, just set in stone, write it in paper? Because you like making money, and that's a money match. Come on, just do it, RTG. You know you wanna. Yeah, see that little grin you got there. You're thinking about it.
Thinking about
it.
Nah.
About the fact that he's still not going to do the match.
Match ain't happening. You guys want a match, you come to me, you ask for the match. You don't get on
We're asking you
on
now.
Sportzwire Radio and say, "Oh, I'm going to take you on." It don't happen. It don't go like that.
Let me ask you hypothetically, if Frost and Comatose, when they were here last week, didn't talk about having a match before the go home to Halloween Day 2, and they asked you off the air, or they asked you in the chat, let's say tomorrow's show is an example, would you have granted them that match?
Yeah, because it's good for business.
Oh,
Interesting.
But when they don't do that, it's not good for business because they're cutting out me. And I'm what's
But it's
best
good for your
business
because you'll be making money off of it anyway. We're by going on Sportswire, we're getting you views.
Yeah, and I could lose money. I could lose money if your Cornhusker ass gets hurt in that match and can't go up against my Munster.
let me ask you a question. Did you lose money when I beat the shit out of your son on All Out War 2?
Yeah.
Did you lose money? Did you lose money when I was alone with your wife? Did you lose money?
Oh, well, we're going to certainly say no comment on that. We're going to certainly, RTG, I got you on that.
Oh, you don't want to go there, son.
We're not going there. We're definitely not going there. That's for sure. But I tell you where we are going to go. We're going to go to tomorrow or today, New York time, because I'm very excited about episode 130, and I want to put that link up for people because there's a bunch of people still here in the chat, and I want people to go. This is where you're going to watch. You're going to go watch. You got two of maybe the best matches this year in BYW. And they're going to happen on a regular show for BTW. That's why I'm so proud to support BTW. I hope you join me in doing so. We're going to see Jacob Frost in BES. We're going to see Swift and RJS. Plus, you're going to see the Northwest Society in action. You're going to see a slew of great other things. So comment. She's going to be in the chat tomorrow. I know Zilla's going to be in the chat tomorrow. Everybody else should join me and support our friends in BTW. And get this, ladies and gentlemen, this is their YouTube channel. Hit that sub button for them. And I'm going to tell you why you should hit that sub button for them, because they are almost at 3,100 subscribers. Now, you all helped me getting me over 1,000. Get my friends in BTW to 3,100 subscribers. They're about 20-something away right now. So hit that sub button for them. They wrestle in God's country. They wrestle in Roseburg, Oregon. They've got some of the very best in the backyard wrestling circuit. And it's also, one more time, BTW Day here on October the 14th, 2024. So please make sure you support them. We're joined here with the likes of former BTW employees, Steven Storm, the hardcore assassin. We're joined here by Mikey D, also of BCF Backyard Wrestling. We're joined by the one and only Whiskey Star himself, Jacob Frost. We are here with the double champion Comatose. We are here with the legendary RJS and the multiple-time Hall of Famer. RTG is the reigning, defending Continental and 1/3, you might want to say, of the tag team champions. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice. Literally, all wrestling matters, and I'm going to be here later today. I'm going to be here 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time with GBYW and BYW Link legend Sick Rick to talk about It's Not Over, We're Not Dead Yet show, which took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. We have that off the screen. I'm going to come back to you guys. Actually, now I'm going to take you off the screen. There we go. Okay. Steven Stone, you look like you want to say something. I'll let you say something. What do you want to say?
I swear, just a whole bunch of stuff going on and everything. Everybody's talking about who beat this guy, who beat that guy, and everything. Like talking about BES and everything. But almost everybody here beat BES, anyways. So, second off, you need to stop holding this match back with Comatose and Jacob Frost and everything. Big money, man. Big money. First, there's that. And also, Mikey D, you over here want to keep putting the blame on me for what happened at that 3-on-3. See what happens when you again, man.
You know, you're the whole reason why you lost your title to BES. You know that, right?
Dude, you're the reason.
Well, I am the reason, but still, you lost the title to BES, so you can't even talk.
You hit me with that chair. I got hit with a chair and then hit me with a cutter. That's why I lost.
I don't remember recalling that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude. And actually,
well, no.
In that 3-on-3 a better cover than you.
Oh, that's a damn lie. I'm a better wrestler than you.
Dude, I will take your beard off your face. Please.
Well,
I really hope you could please get us better internet connection for your
yeah, that's what you need. You need better internet connection.
I mean, I love you, Steven Stone. You're the hardcore assassin, but this is like you're being assassinated with your wife.
And also, first of all, I'm not in
He also needs better wrestling skills too.
Well, I can't comment on that. As Copper Dragon, they know nothing about wrestling. But
I'm in Vegas right now. That's why I'm about to get I'm in an Airbnb and
hopefully the next appearance you have will be better. But
I guess whatever internet is in Vegas stays in Vegas or something. Huh?
So I'm having from using my mobile data right now.
Well, whatever it might be, we won't be here for the rest of eternity. But we are seeing it. Before I bring it up on the stage. Yes, there you go. We put that up there. But Steven Storm, hopefully you'll have some motivation for whatever the future comes, because obviously we see here about BES become the champion here soon of BCF Backyard Wrestling, and it's obviously going to make you burn the hardcore assassin.
Yeah, I said it at the end of after this whole thing that Mikey and Mad Jack on our hit list, and I'm planning on crossing off names.
But also, you guys also, Mad Jack did also do a lot to Los Diego, by the way. You guys might be out of BTW also because of what you guys, well, especially Mad Jack was doing to Los Diego. Do you have any regrets about that?
I don't even know what's going on with Mad Jack sometimes.
That's why you guys are out of BTW.
I think he's been hit in the head with so many chairs and light tubes that basically his brains are starting to become like gelatin.
Yeah, well, that could be the case. Where is Jacob Frost? Did Jacob Frost leave us? I guess did Jacob Frost get upset about what RTG not giving us the match between Comatose and Frost?
Oh, maybe Steven Stump's internet went over to him.
Oh.
Well, I had to mute Steven Storm. I got to be able to hear everybody else. But yeah, Jacob Frost, I guess, left us. Yeah,
I'm sure he'll be back.
Oh, he will. Well, I think he'll be back. We're still hanging out here for a little while longer. I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, but okay. I mean, you want to say something, Comatose? You always want to say something.
Oh, of course. So to begin with, I want to start with the BCF3 since I haven't really talked to you guys this entire stream. Do you know who I am now? Do you know who I am now? Now that you guys are 4-0, like. You never beat me, your entire company. Do you know who I am now? And this is circling back to the first time that me and you ever met, Steven, me and you ever had a match. Mikey D was like, "What's your problem, man?" Do you know what my problem is now? Here's my problem. You guys were outsiders when I'm the outsider. You were in my way. And now you're not.
So you guys have maybe aligned then?
Maybe.
No, because they're not here anymore.
Oh, but I obviously thank you for letting me know that. But maybe 5 months ago.
But I am.
That's
but
true,
I
too.
am.
Yeah. But you see, the 4 of them can't strategize their way out of a paper bag. So
But I can. Just like you, RTG, why can't I be the strategizer? Why do you
Why
got to
aren't
be the
you
only
still
person in the
Continental
room with a
Champion
big
then?
brain?
why aren't you still Continental Champion then?
Why am I still a 2-time champion? Oh, congratulations.
Because you made up a championship that you brought
beat me
here
with
and you haven't
outside force.
defended.
You're so proud
When
of
was the
that.
last time you
So proud of-
defended
Now,
your
let me ask you a question,
BYW
RTG. What would
Interpromotional
you rate mine
Championship?
in your match, since you want to talk so much shit? What would you rate mine in your match?
Well, me in
What
it,
would
a
you rate mine
10,
in your
you
match?
a 5.
A 5? A 5? Oh, so what was your best match this season?
That was probably a
None.
triple threat.
Probably
the
that
last
triple threat you
pay-per-view.
just had, right? You just had. Because you've had a whole season to prepare, right? You've had a whole season. I've had 4 years of absence, and guess what I did? My first day back. I was the second person in the BTW Rumble
Let me
in
get
the
those
very
tears
last
for you.
moment, wasn't I? Oh, you're
Let me get
crying.
those
Oh, you're
tears.
Doing the
crying.
Michael
Were you
Jordan
crying
tears.
when your
Oh my
son got
God.
beat? Were you
Oh
crying?
my God. We broke out the
No,
Michael
why would I
Jordan
cry when he gets beat? He's a loser.
RJS, what do
I
you got
mean,
to say about that?
if I was to lose, I would probably cry because I'd be retired.
What do you got to say
If
about that, RJS?
Blackout loses, I
I'm
would
counting
probably cry
days.
because he's no longer BTW World Heavyweight Champion.
That's your own
And
father, bro. What do you got to say about that?
What? I'm not even. What's she saying, RTG?
I think he's got Steven's internet downstairs.
I think we see a lot of guys. But Steven Storm, if you basically infected people's internets, I mean, I'm gonna try to bring in Jacob Frost. Jacob Frost, I hope that your internet has now not been infected by Steven Storm's. It might have
Oh
been
no,
about 10.
RTG's wife just called me, so I had to pick it up. But
Oh my
Ooh.
God!
Bro, she's getting passed around,
my
bro.
I don't
God.
know why you guys are bringing my wife into this, but
Because she's getting passed around.
Oh my God! What, kids, cover your ears. Zilla, go like this.
I mean, me and Frost. I mean, shit, we're tag teaming that
But-
shit at this point,
Oh,
bro.
remember, Zilla, you didn't hear this. Zilla, you didn't hear.
you tag team in your hand.
I mean, fuck, I'm tagging him
Thanks,
in, bro.
Christ.
Well, tag team, whoop, there it is.
That's
So,
why
you
you.
didn't hear that one. You didn't hear that one.
That's why you guys want this match so much, is because you get into it with each other, right?
Is
Oh,
that
Well,
it?
that's what you and
There's a little
Blackout do
love
in the
fest
back.
going there between you two.
Show rather than Sports
You
Fire
and your
Radio.
monster.
I would expect this on Howard Stern's show. This is wrestling. Can we please get back to wrestling?
Well, if RTG would just give us the goddamn match, we could
I
talk
mean,
about
we
wrestling, but
wouldn't
he just
have
wants
to be on his ass like this if he wouldn't just give us the match. I mean,
Well, what do we have now? Let's see.
the match. Give me the match.
So we're gonna have
Give me the match.
Do you not like making money? You fucking.
Hey, I make money left and right, hand over fist.
I know you guys just bought a big
You
purchase,
just
so I know you could. I know you could use the money. I know you could use the money. Just had a big purchase, RTG. Come on.
yeah. Next season.
Well,
I
that's
know
next season. This is
You
this
could use
season.
the
I
money
know
from
nothing
this
about
match.
next season.
But the more you guys keep pushing it, and even having Steven
Zilla's
Stump come in and
apologizing.
talk about it.
Zilla's
Oh,
apologizing.
well, thank you, Zilla. Thank you. That's heartfelt, and I appreciate that from you.
We've been trying to get Zilla onto Sportswire, guys. I mean, we have to get. I've been trying.
You know what?
Trying to get her onto the stream, but she just still won't come on yet. I don't know.
You know what? Just because of this, Zilla, I'm going to do this. I know it's best for business. I know it's good for business if I let these two whiny crybabies battle each other at the Go Home show. I know it's that, but I'm going to leave it up to Zilla whether you guys get your match or not. So, Zilla, comment in there.
So we get the match.
Should I give Jacob Frost and Comatose the match at the Go Home show? And if they say anything to make you give them the match is off. So I would shut up if I was you two and let her decide.
Well,
so the BTW's biggest fan gets to decide. So, Zilla, do I give them the match at the Go Home show? Jacob Frost versus Comatose. Frosty versus Dumatos. You tell us. Is that match on or not?
I don't know. I will have to
I'm
wait.
telling Zilla, it's up to her.
I don't have a comment yet. All I have is this. So maybe Zilla's thinking about it. Maybe she's really in.
Well, I guess maybe she doesn't want to see it as much as they think she wants to see it, huh? Maybe it's not as big money as they think it is if she's not responding as quickly as possible.
Maybe she's thinking about it. Maybe she's taking your side of the coin, RT.
Maybe she sees what I'm seeing here.
Maybe she's being objective after all. Maybe she's seeing things in a new perspective.
Weighing the pros and cons, huh?
Well,
maybe she wants to see. Maybe she wants to see Jacob Frost in one piece when he takes on my Munster and loses.
So what are you saying by that?
What do you mean? What am I saying? I'm saying that if he took you on, he would
so
probably get
he's
injured.
gonna walk out in one piece.
Well, because possibly you could, you look at him wrong and he could fall down and hurt his ankle or something.
Well, I think what I'm trying to get at is that Jacob Frost is fragile. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Maybe Comatose goes in for a kiss and he falls.
That Jacob Frost can pin me for the 1, 2, 3.
Stop that, RTG.
Yeah, Jacob Frost could easily pin you, Dumatos.
Then why won't you make the match?
Well, we're waiting
because I told you it's up to Zilla. You guys wanted to go around me. I'm leaving it up to Zilla.
But
she hasn't said nothing.
Well, while we're here for Zilla, I know you said Blackout accepted my challenge, but
yeah,
with you, there's always a catch, RTG. So what in God's green earth? What is the catch?
No catch. Never a catch. No, the catch is, and this other people who aren't watching this will find this out tomorrow. Here's the catch for you, Mr. Frost. Regardless of what happens between Swift and RJS, because RJS can't fight for the title again this season unless Blackout loses the championship. It's a number one contenders match, but it really isn't, So it's going to be a triple threat, buddy. The winner of the winner of RJS and Swift, but RJS can't go in. So if he wins, it's just pride. Swift is going in. It's a triple threat match, buddy. You'll get your wish. You get the chance to take out and beat Blackout, but you also get the chance one more time to beat Swift in doing it.
Oh my God, Frost! It always ends with you and Swift.
And see, and you want to put that in jeopardy by taking on Comatose a week before that.
Is he not talented enough to beat?
Hey, it's up to him. Actually, it's up to Zilla. But knowing what's on the line now, Frosty, knowing what's on the line, do you really still want that match with Comatose? I mean, you came here to beat Swift. You haven't done it yet, but you came here to do that. I'm going to give you another chance.
I also have a match at Halloween Day. I also do, and I want this match just as equally. I could possibly lose my match because of this match. But guess what? I want to prove that I'm the best ever.
You have been wanting to say you're the go-to BYW, but Zilla says it's because of what happened to the BCF3 on BTW, and she's still upset about it. I don't know.
So, Zilla, are you talking about that's why you were mad at me, or is that why you haven't decided if Jacob Frost should take on Comatose?
I don't know. I can only tell you what I think.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mr. Walker, a longtime veteran, wants to say you still have a ways to go, basically, of being a BYW GOAT, basically. Silas Walker, the DPW Global Champion, about a 10-year veteran in the yard. Mr. RJ has been doing it for 9. Mr. Walker's been doing it for 10.
So is that to Comatose or?
Oh, it's the Comatose. The Comatose. That's you, RTG. You can rest easy on that one.
So I'll say this. Here's my thing. I am not saying that I'm the best. I'm saying that I will be the best. If you watched my Instagram live before this live stream, you saw that I openly acknowledge that I'm not the greatest of all time yet. So I have to agree with you. It's a bit of a stretch there. I'm going to be the best of all time, but I'm not yet. I will fully admit that I am not the greatest of all time for the simple fact, and I'll even say this, and ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be one hell of a thing to say from Comatose. I'll even say this. There are two people in this very, very live stream that are better than me. And I'll say it openly. RJS and Jacob Frost, when it comes to actual pure technicality of wrestling, they are head and shoulders above me. But guess what? I still got your attention, don't I?
Interesting. Let me say a little bit, buddy, Mr. Ox McCoy. Mr. Frost, you may have heard of Mr. McCoy, I would imagine. He is from the state of Iowa. Some of his colleagues will be here Thursday night. He would like to say hello to you, and he says greetings to the BTW crew, and including especially you, Mr. Frost. He does especially say hello to you. He's obviously a fan of your work, Mr. Frost. Mr. Ox McCoy, obviously. Move on, right, Mr. Frost? Nothing further on Ox McCoy? Okay. Thank you, Jacob Frost. Jacob Frost is it Jacob Frost okay, by the way? He's in deep thought. Did he freeze?
I think he's having a brain cramp knowing that Swift is in his championship match.
That too, and maybe Steven Storm's internet.
I don't know if I gotta give one thing to RTG.
At this point, call me an infection or something, because this is going to be.
Steven had one job and he fumbled it, by the way, from Mikey D's brother.
Hey. Why don't you go ahead and come? You want to keep talking. Why don't you take your brother's place and face me?
Well, we have to find out sometime soon in BCF, I suppose. But you're in
Yeah,
Vegas.
that's a BCF thing.
You're nowhere near a ring at this point.
Oh, no. That's the thing with BCF. We don't always need a ring to get the job done.
But you're in Vegas right now.
Yeah, he's talking shit in a whole nother state. So,
do you think, Mikey D, that Steven Storm is in witness protection right now?
I cannot hear you. What?
You're talking crap over there in Long Beach. I live in Sacramento. I'm like 6 hours away. You go talking crap.
And I still come to the BCF arena and still kick your ass. So it doesn't make a difference.
Dude, I could have seen you in your debut if it wasn't for Matt Jack.
Hey, a win's a win, right? A win is a win, bro. A win is a win.
Dude, you and Matt Jack have been helping each other ever since you debuted. So you better shut up.
Well, you and that so-called GM over there has been screwing Matt Jack over, so I had to go give him a little help.
Well, we got some more comments. I think also, first of all,
Matt Jack has been holding me back.
Well, you know what? Steven's going to have more problems right now because Mikey D's brother says he accepts that challenge and you will know his name.
Yeah, come on.
Ooh.
And also, Justin Parsley says to Jacob Frost, you can sin to win, you can always repent after. Boy. That's, for Jacob Frost. Jacob Frost is definitely, he's upset right now. Yeah, he's upset. RTG, he's definitely upset right now.
He is.
Yeah, it's because of you.
Mind blown over there.
He's definitely mind blown. Wow, I mean, he's almost having a nervous breakdown on Sportswire. I've seen a lot on Sportswire, but I think I've seen a nervous breakdown now. I mean, this is a real thing. I mean, mental health is an issue. Jacob Frost,
hey, Frost, stay strong, bro. Stay strong.
Mental health is real on Sportswire. Now you're seeing it. Jacob Frost is struggling.
Hey, Jacob, go take a shot. You'll be fine.
Hey, stay strong, man. You can still beat me and still beat Blackout.
Fight the power,
you can
bro.
Still beat me and you can still beat Blackout.
Hey, he's got to worry about beating BES tomorrow. So
I don't think Mr. Frost is going to be saying a single word for the rest of the next 15 or 20 minutes.
I think I'd probably just cost him the match tomorrow because he's going to be worrying about Swift and Comatose and people that he shouldn't be.
Oh, man.
There's the mind games. Mind games. What do you always say, RTG? You're always playing chess.
I'm playing chess. They're playing checkers.
Well, Jacob Frost isn't playing chess or checkers right now. He is just definitely yeah, I think he might need some Kentucky straight bourbon.
Well, did you do this?
And no, we don't want to leave the chat. Why would we leave the chat, Zilla? We don't want to leave the chat, Zilla.
More importantly, Zilla, we're waiting on your decision.
So, Frost,
I need your answer, Zilla. I need you to say yes to this match. I need you to.
It's a good question. I guess we'll have to find out. I don't know.
Will it help you, Frost, if he says yes?
Oh, he's back.
I don't know. Jacob Frost is a man that if you want to talk after the stream, Jacob Frost, I'm available. I'm definitely available. We can have a talk. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry you went through this. This was supposed to be a special night, and it's turned into one of the worst nights of your career, I could see. And Frost went to go vomit real quick. Yeah, he did that.
I seem to have that effect on people.
Well, that's not true, RTG. I'm in the chat tomorrow. That's not true. I'm not going to vomit. I would hope not. I'd like to not vomit. I would hope not. I mean, I know there's a young lady watching my stream right now.
I can always talk to you. I got plenty of experience.
Well, thank you, Steven Storm, for telling us that. And RTG, make it happen. Well, RTG is going somewhere. And yeah, Zilla, make the match, man, lady. We're waiting for Zilla. We want to waiting for you. We're waiting for you, Zilla. There's like a whole bunch of us. RTG.
Yeah, I had to go pick a BS up from work. So.
Well, we'll hang out here for another few more minutes. I know you have to go on the road, but obviously we're waiting. And Jacob Frost is he's speechless. He's just not going to say another word the rest of the show. I mean, he's speechless. He's breathless, to quote Madonna. Madonna was breathless once upon a time.
Jacob, look at me.
Swift.
Look at me, Jacob.
Zilla doesn't care. We're not getting Zilla's answer. She doesn't care. Doesn't care.
And Frost is gone.
Zilla, you wouldn't make a good GM if you can't make the decision.
Well, it doesn't matter. She doesn't care. It's over.
Frost is gone because he's now thinking of Swift.
Well,
I heard him say Swift's name before he.
Well, I mean, we wish him well. I mean, hopefully, look, mental health is real. It's real. It's real. It's real. But Stevenson, you got your own problems too, because Mikey D, he looks like he's gonna kill you right now.
What?
Mikey D. I wouldn't want to be BCS Backyard Wrestling for you, Steven Storm. I wouldn't want to be.
Mikey, I will chokeslam you like Mad Jack was chokeslam me. I will chokeslam up the highest part of the arena. And just watch you.
You can try, but I seriously doubt you can do it.
And also, this man that's snorting is gross.
Sorry, my allergies are just catching up to me.
I know. We're going to let you run soon. We're getting toward the end of the show. Okay, so I think we've got the point. Let's get to the end of the show. First of all, RJS, do you want to say anything else for the audience?
Thanks for having me tomorrow for the my favorite match this season. Fun fact.
Thank you for that. We are starting to lose some connections right here. I could see that. Let's go to Steven Storm. I'm going to go with you next because I'm going to have struggling to hear your closing thoughts. Steven Storm, anything else you want to say before we sign off tonight?
I'm just saying that it's an honor to be here on today for BTW Day.
Yep, and you're back next month for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back. I just also got to get to take care of more business over at BCF.
And please have better Wi-Fi connection for next appearance. Please.
I mean, who knows? Maybe I can. And I don't care what RTG is going to say. Maybe I can come back to BTW and finish the business that I have started over there.
Well, you are a hardcore assassin, and you definitely will always have a voice with us, and thank you for that. Mikey D, very good to see. I hope those allergies treat you better. If you need any allergy advice, I would recommend Claritin, Zyrtec, or Allegra. Some combination. Maybe Zyrtec and Allegra is the way to go. But I digress. Hope to see you back on Sportswire with a little less allergies. And anything else do you want to say for us tonight?
Actually, I do. I just want to say for the BTW guys, thank you for allowing us three to come out there and put on the show. That was the most fun I ever had out there in Oregon. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Good point. Good point. We love BTW, and put that BTW link. Everybody can go hit that sub button for our friends in BTW. But let me go to the man that, well, he was going to be here, but he's unmuting himself. Comatose, obviously you always have something to say. I'm going to give you some final thoughts before we sign off tonight. Comatose. The GOAT of the BYW. Comatose. Okay, well, this is going off the rails. RTG, any closing thoughts do you want to say for it? I think Comatose can't unmute himself.
You know what? I do what's best for business. I gave Zilla a chance to do it.
Before you go and say anything,
okay.
He says, "Let's go, Comatose versus Jacob Frost." Boy.
All right. It's final. It's set. Comatose versus Frosty. They get their wish.
Same Wi-Fi problem as everybody else.
But I just wanted to say that I was going to make the match anyways because they're right. I don't give a shit about either of them. And if they get hurt before they face my monster, that's even better for me. So I just wanted to play with their minds a little. And I really threw Frosty for a loop there, throwing Swift in his match. So that even gets to me even more. Gives me a special feeling inside knowing that. So, but looking forward to Halloween Day 2 when I put my title on the line and my career on the line against RJS. I know everybody's hoping that the RTG goes down and is finally this old, demented, senile old man is finally retired. But you know what? RJS just ain't the man to do it. He's not man enough. I will reign supreme after Halloween Day 2.
Well, you know what? Father versus son, we'll certainly have to find out. And hopefully for the next appearances, we'll have better internet. But Comatose, you're in luck. Zilla said yes. Do you want to say anything about it before we sign off tonight?
Let me get real close and personal.
Okay.
I already beat you, RJS. I already beat you, Mikey D. I already beat you, Steven Storm. And while I might not have the pleasure of putting down a demented old man like RTG, even though his own life is putting him down, I am going to have the utmost pleasure of pinning one of the best in the yard, 1, 2, 3, and continue proving not only to myself, but people that want to call themselves the best like RJS over here, why I am the best backyard wrestler in the world.
Well, we're going to get that match before Halloween Day 2, the go-home show here in 2 weeks. I'm excited about it. Tomorrow's show, today, New York time, 6 o'clock Eastern time, YouTube at BTW 8136. Check it out. We're going to see Jacob Frost and BES, RJS and Swift, some of the best matches you're going to see out there in BYW. I'm excited about it. I'll be in the chat. Zilla will be there. Anybody else, you're welcome to join us, hang out, have a good time. I love what BTW does. I see Silas was here, very similar to what I like in DBW. So check out everybody that's going to be here on this card. And then one more time, it was BTW Day on Sportswire Radio. And we'll make sure that the Mr. RTG and everybody else gets the certificate. And Jacob Frost, still, I don't know if he's okay. He may need some serious mental help and some serious maybe evaluations medically when it comes to what he just found out, that Swift could be potentially in a match with him for the world title against Blackout. So yeah, he might have blacked out, but we wish Mr. Frost well, and maybe we'll see him one day on Sportswire Radio. But all right,
Hey,
well,
Tom, I
yes,
got
sir.
one more thing to say.
Yes,
I was going to say something earlier and didn't get the chance, and it kind of, went through my old senile brain. But, the Copper Dragon, he reviewed that match, and at the end, he was talking about how he liked Comatose counting the 1, 2, 3. Well, son, you stole that from your daddy, because if you watch back, the match before that, 1, 2, 3, RTG counted it on BES. You steal from your daddy. And, I'm not going to get disrespectful and anything like that. I could, since you brought my wife into this shit, but I'm not. I'm going to be respectful to your mother, since I am your daddy, but I'm going to be respectful from your mother. All right. So I'm not going to bring your mother into this. I don't know why, but I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. And I do want to say out of kayfabe, Sylvia, Comatose's mom, Sylvia, right?
Mama Comatose, yep.
Her name's Sylvia, though, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say thank you, Sylvia. This is your son is great. Had a great time when he was here. Have a great time talking to him every once in a while. Have fun doing this with him. And thank you very much for always coming on, giving money to the channel, and buying memberships for everybody. I really appreciate it, because it's helping all of us, including your son, to do what we want to do and become maybe the best company. Well, I think we are the best company, but even better and bigger and better
I
moving
think at
forward.
PYW, you guys are definitely that, and I think that that's what's shown. And people like Mama Comatose make sure that BTW will be that company. And I think that the talent inside and outside the ring is why that is. I think that that's the most important part. And that's why we honor BTW. And that's why we've slotted BTW in the slot for that other things that we'll not mention again. But the point is that these talented individuals, they're putting their blood, sweat, and tears out there. And it's people like Mama Comatose that give us the opportunity to talk to them. So we want to thank everybody that supports BTW. And that's why we're proud to wear the BTW shirt. And we're going to fly that flag and wave it loud and proud. And we're going to have a lot more coverage from BTW coming up. Yep. Yes, sir.
And I just thought of something else. I just want to say, and I think anybody that comes here and wrestles with us will agree that once you come here, you're part of the family. We care for you, and we're going to be there for you. And it doesn't matter, where you're from, how rich you are, what economic thing or anything like that. Once you come here and you wrestle with us, you're part of our family. And, that's for life. So,
Amen. Amen. Couldn't agree
so
more.
if anybody out there's watching and you want to come wrestle for a federation that's like family and treat you like family, hit up RJS or me on Instagram and let us know, or even Comatose or anybody. If you want to come out to BTW, just hit us up and we'll make it happen.
Amen. Couldn't have said that any better. That's the YouTube page. You want to check them out. They're on Instagram. They have a TeePublic store right now, 35%. Yes, Comatose.
I have one very, very important thing to say, and this is completely out of kayfabe. Completely.
Sure.
For a moment, I would like us to pray for the Addams family, because unfortunately, they just lost their son due to a fatal car crash. And I would like to take a moment of silence for Logan Addams, who was a dear friend to me, and not only me, but my entire community that I live with. And I want to say one more thing. If anybody out there is ever feeling down enough to the point where they feel like that they cannot continue, please, for the love of God, contact the first person you know that'll be there for you. And even if you don't think anyone will be there for you, just contact someone, because someone will always be there for you. There's always hope in this world. There's always hope in this world to continue living, and there's always hope in this world that you can be the very best at what you are. So please continue living for not only me, but for the rest of the world.
Yes, please. And
Amen.
I'd also like to add, if there's anybody like to say anything, I'm always available on Instagram or Facebook. Anybody has anything they'd like to add, you can reach out to me anytime. And my absolute thoughts and prayers to everybody impacted by the horrible to hear anybody passes away in any type of form. And we just want to give our thoughts and prayers to everybody impacted, especially to Comatose and all the people out there. My absolute deepest condolences and sympathies. And I'll say a private prayer afterwards for that. And definitely my thoughts and prayers. And yes, still a preacher Comatose, and Justin Parsley's praying with Jacob Frost, which is great. But right now we're going to really pray off the air for Logan Adams. So definitely really sorry about that. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. We did obviously get a chance to talk about a lot, despite Stephen Storm infecting most people's Wi-Fi, but that's okay. We'll get over that. We're joined by Mike of the BCF3 and BCF Backyard Wrestling. Mike, I hope your allergies feel better. Stephen Storm, you'll be back, but hopefully the Wi-Fi will not be back with you. RJS also, hopefully his Wi-Fi gets better because of Stephen Storm got infected. He'll be back though, I promise. RTG's driving. Be safe on the road. Comatose.
I'm pulled over now.
Comatose, we're praying for you. Thank you for giving us that. And yes, we pray for Logan and his family. Thank you for that, Justin. We appreciate that. And my name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice, figuratively and literally, where all wrestling matters. I will be here today, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with Sick Rick of the GBYW and BYW Link Reunion Show. But until then, please pray for Logan Adams, his family, and all those impacted by his loss. Horrific news. And thank you, everybody, for your support of BTW. I'll be in the chat later today, 6 o'clock Eastern Time. But good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, on the number one global radio station that is Sportswire Radio, where all